Hello and welcome. You have tuned into Headlines now with me, Linda Hercules. Before we move into all the stories in detail, let's take a quick look at the top headlines. While RSS and Sushma Swaraj back Gadkari, Ram Jethmalani claims support from other leaders against the BJP's tainted president. Nitin Gadkari chooses to clear the air about his comparison of Swami Vivekananda with Dawood Ibrahim, says he regrets making his remarks. In a controversial move, Mumbai's Sufi Shrine bars women from entering its Sanctum Sanctorium. Trust management declares the decision as irrevocable. The first ballots of the 2012 White House race are cast with Barack Obama and Mitt Romney each receiving 5 votes. And it's another feather in the cap for Sachin Tendulkar as he is conferred with the highest Australian civilian honour. News in detail. Upping the pressure on BJP President Nitin Gadkari, the party's Rajya Sabha MP and eminent lawyer Ram Jethmalani said that it was not just him but also senior leaders like Yashwant Sinha and Jaswant Singh who wanted Mr. Gadkari to step down. Mr. Jethmalani said that he and 3 other leaders had written to senior leader L.K. Advani but refused to divulge details. The BJP president is battling allegations of illegal business deals and money laundering. Yesterday, Mr. Jethmalani's son Mahesh quit the national executive, questioning Mr. Gadkari's continuance as president. Though the BJP has dismissed the Jethmalani's outburst against Mr. Gadkari, sources also say that the father-son duo is being used as a front by feuding party leaders to attack Mr. Gadkari and further their charges for a shot at the top job.
If a person who chooses to remain out of office during an investigation is ultimately found innocent, he returns to his office with increased prestige and credibility. It is good for the person concerned. I thought that a president of my party would voluntarily take this step, either of resigning or at least publicly offering to resign. Is this unfortunate statement which he made. And to my mind, I thought that it is imperfect knowledge of English. But he seemed to have made it in Hindi. So I stood corrected when somebody told me that he has spoken in Hindi. I think it is a very, very silly statement to make for anybody.
A series of senior BJP leaders are making it clear that they disagree with the party's decision to continue with Nitin Gadkari as its president while he battles corruption charges. Yashwant Sinha said that he agreed with the sentiments expressed in a letter by lawyer and BJP MP Ram Jethmalani, in which he warned of disastrous consequences for the BJP if Mr. Gadkari was not removed. Mr. Sinha, however, said that he does not support Mr. Jethmalani's methodology, which has centered on a strong public attack on Mr. Gadkari. BJP leader Balbir Punj criticized noted criminal lawyer Ram Jethmalani for his remark that there was a clear division within the party on Nitin Gadkari, saying that internal problems need not be raised or discussed in public domain. He said that there were enough opportunities and internal mechanisms available within the party where anybody could raise any issue concerning the party, adding that those who were trying to publicize the problems concerning the party were not doing any service either to the party or to the ideology to which they were supposed to be committed.
Internal problems of the party need not be discussed in public fora, and there are enough opportunities and internal mechanisms available within the party where anybody can raise any issue concerning the party, and therefore those who are trying to publicize the problems concerning the party, they are not doing any service either to the party or to the ideology to which they are supposed to be committed to.
Fighting demands from within his party to quit, charges of corruption and a controversy that exploded yesterday after an apparent comparison between spiritualist Swami Vivekananda and wanted terrorist Dawood Ibrahim, BJP chief Nitin Gadkari chose to clear the air about the last. A statement released by his office in New Delhi said that he regretted his remarks, but also said that he was quoted out of context to create confusion. In a setback to Janata Party chief Subramanian Swamy, the Election Commission rejected his plea seeking to de-recognize Congress as a national party for violating laws by providing a 90 crore rupees loan to a company that published the now defunct National Herald newspaper. In a letter to the Election Commission, Swamy had alleged that the Congress had prima facie committed an offence under electoral as well as income tax law, for which it was necessary to hold hearings and decide on re-recognizing the party. His petition to the Commission was seen as a follow-up to his charges against Congress President Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi over acquisition of Associated Journals that published the newspaper, to which Congress gave a loan of over 90 crore rupees. Over to international news. The first ballots of the 2012 White House race were cast in the tiny New Hampshire town of Dixville Notch, with Barack Obama and Mitt Romney each receiving 5 votes. The first in the nation vote, held shortly after midnight, was tied for the first time in its history, another indication of the knife's edge separating the two candidates in a race that should be decided by the end of the day. The town boasts the first vote in US elections, but is seen as more of curiosity than a national bellwether. On the day of the US presidential elections, the incumbent President Barack Obama's grandmother was at hand to wish him luck. In the small Kenyan village of Kojelo, Sarah Obama said that she wished her grandson victory so that he could continue working for American people. In 2008, thousands celebrated in Kenya when Barack Obama became the first African American to be elected President of the United States.
Agom na erokamano ni mono oti matek okonyo ganda to mare Nyasaye be omiye to bedo gi kwe kako tich motiyo no amorgo.
Moving on, Infosys founder N.R. Narayana Murthy clarified that no funds were donated to the Public Cause Research Foundation, an organization led by India Against Corruption leader Arvind Kejriwal, for any political activities, as reported by a section of the media. Reports had it that Kejriwal approached Murthy in 2008 to donate money to raise awareness about RTI, to which he agreed to give 25 lakh rupees a year for 5 years. After splitting with Anna Hazare's anti-corruption movement, Kejriwal has announced the setting up of a political party to fight corruption and bring in change. Moving on, Union Minister of State for Railway Adar Ranjan Chowdhury said that the centre was giving importance to improving safety aspect of train travel and improvement of infrastructure vis-a-vis taking 7 new projects immediately. He said that acquisition of land and encroachment of railway land was the main reason for railway projects worth about 2 lakh rupees pending. He, however, informed that steps were being taken to clear the hurdles.
Especially, we are putting emphasis on safety and security and the services of the passengers. So I think the coming budget will focus on this area, and as well as the infrastructure. So far as infrastructure is concerned, the present government is laying special emphasis for the infrastructure, which include dedicated freight corridor also.
Over to our state news. Chief Minister Jayalalitha hailed the brave act of fishermen who rescued the crew of the oil tanker Pratibha Kaveri, which ran aground during Cyclone Nilam that crossed the coast on the 31st of October, and announced an award of 1 lakh rupees each of them. She said that as many as 25 members of the Mumbai-based vessel took the lifeboat in a bid to reach the shore when it capsized. On seeing them struggle in the waters, 5 young fishermen used their presence of mind, took a boat from the shore and rescued the crew by risking their lives.
They are welcome, but let them make the announcement.
Supporters and activists of MDMK party protested in demand for total liquor prohibition in the state. MDMK cadres and supporters gathered in large numbers to voice their anger. They staged a mass demonstration demanding complete ban on sale and consumption of alcohol beverages in the province. They demanded that the state government must implement the ban sans any delay.
Our leader has taken up this issue. So as far as the MDMK concerned, total prohibition is our target. Person from family drinks every day. He spends more than 100 rupees per liquor. On the spending of the liquor alone for 5 years, that one person spends 1,25,000. So the one person from family is selling out 1,25,000, but government is giving only 15,000 as a freebie. So they are setting out the family 1,10,000. We are paying the extra to the government. Don't you think it's an atrocity? So we don't want any freebies. We want a healthier country. We want a healthier generation.
Staying with news from the city, the Chennai police arrested a woman software engineer after her colleague lodged a complaint with Chennai Police Commissioner saying that her name figures in Facebook as a call girl. Our crime correspondent Salim caught up with Sesha Sai, Joint Commissioner of Police Central Crime Branch, for more on this.
It seems the police department is sending a severe warning to the people who misuse social networking sites. I am joined by the Joint Commissioner of Central Crime Branch. Sir, please tell us, because you have indeed arrested a woman software engineer today. in connection with the same case. Please tell us about the case and please tell us what action will be taken against people who misuse social networking sites.
Yesterday we received a complaint from one of the lady colleague working in the same company that somebody has, actually she was really not knowing yesterday, that somebody was using her photograph or phone number and projecting her as a kind of a call girl. And she gave a complaint and we investigated. We found out that it was from the same company. The IP address has been found. And with the help of the company top officials, we were able to fix the accused today. And we were able to arrest a colleague of her. And she said because they were having some minor problem, minor issues at the office, she said as a playful manner, she has done this particular crime. But it is a very big offense actually. And this lady was troubled yesterday, and she said so many calls were received by her because the cell number was given in the Facebook. So we have arrested today, and under IT Act she can be imprisoned for 3 years. So it's a very serious issue actually, and people should realize that Twitter and Facebook are no more playthings. So they'll have to be very careful, and whatever they do it, they'll have to be serious. It will be definitely taken into a very serious account.
More news will follow on the other side of a short break. Stay with us.